Jackson, congratulations today.
Thank you.
Were you expecting to go so well on your first day at your home ground?
Well, I guess not. It's nice to get a few wickets out of the way early. You know, it was tough work out there, but I thought we stuck at it pretty well towards the end of the day, and you know, we were lucky to get the rewards in that last session. So,
Pete,
how was the team feeling about the way you guys were going at lunch and at tea? Were you satisfied with your performance at that point?
I suppose at lunch we had a bit of a chat and spoke about how we probably bowled two sides of the wicket, a little bit short with the new ball, and probably weren't patient enough. And I thought in the second session we were pretty good. Towards the end of the session we built up a bit of pressure, and in the last session we were good. We built up that pressure and we got the wickets. So.
Can you tell us, coming into this match, were you preparing yourself not to play for the chance that you mightn't play, or had you had a heads up that you would play up here?
Well, I hadn't had a heads up, but I got to prepare as if I was going to play. So I was lucky enough that there was a bit of grass on the wicket and got to go with 4 fast bowlers. But yeah, definitely still prepared as if I was going to be in the final 11. So.
Bert, were you concerned that the Sri Lankan batsman Lahiruthi Ramana will stick around until the day's end?
It's probably a good thing that we didn't have to go out there and bat for a nasty couple of overs at the end there. So I suppose it was good timing for us, but yeah, I think we need a good start in the morning. Beautiful wicket to bat on, so hopefully the boys can dig in early and get through that first hour.
Did you guys talk about it, or did Michael talk much about the toss, winning the toss and bowling? Because it's a rare thing at the SCG.
To be honest, I didn't really know what was happening. I heard that if we won the toss we were going to bowl, and I think Sri Lanka were going to bowl as well, so I guess we were lucky to win the toss there and got to utilise the conditions while they were there. So.
And what do you think of the conditions here compared to Melbourne? Did Melbourne have a bit more in it than this, do you think?
I don't reckon that. I think they're pretty similar sort of wickets. I think if you put the ball enough in the right areas and stand the seam up, you get a bit out of it. And yeah, I think there was probably the same in Melbourne. Definitely was doing a bit this morning. And we were just probably just weren't good enough, I guess, to stand the seam up and get that movement out of the wicket. But in saying that, we fought that well. So.
And you've been compared a bit to McGrath, tall, high action, hit the seam. How do you feel about that?
It's always nice to get comparisons to one of the greats of the game, but it's only my second Test match, and McGrath took 500 wickets. But I've got a lot of hard work to do before I can get even close to Glenn. But yeah, I suppose it's always nice to hear comparisons like that. So.
Jackson, you had to leave New South Wales to make a name for yourself with Tasmania and Shield cricket. Was it sort of satisfying to come back to Sydney in your first Test, and did you feel you had a bit of a point to prove?
I don't think I felt like I had a point to prove. It was nice, I suppose, to come back to my home ground, I guess, where I grew up in Sydney for 24 years. It's good to have my friends and family here and do well in front of them. So, but yeah, I'm saying I don't reckon I really had a point to prove. So.
Your friends and family here?
Yeah, mum and my brother, my cousins and aunties and stuff were in the members, and had a big bunch of mates down at the other end, which was good. I got to catch up with them, I guess, for a little bit during overs, so which was fun. Yeah.
Jackson, how did it feel bowling those, I guess, slightly shorter spells as one of 4 quicks rather than one of 3?
It was pretty nice, actually, to be honest. Pushing up into that breeze, it was tough work, so it was pretty hot out there as well. So I think short spells was it was definitely good. Didn't cook me, I suppose, and I got to bowl at the end and clean up, or I suppose get a couple of late wickets. So.
And just on the pitch, I mean, obviously it had some green grass on the top of it that maybe influenced the selection, but it didn't seem to play as green as it looked.
Yeah, the oddball was doing a little bit. I think it was more, I suppose, if you bash the wicket, you got a little bit more out of it. I think we did that. We probably bowled the right length towards the end of the day, where there wasn't as much movement. In the morning, we probably didn't utilise the conditions as much as what we should have. So.
Right.
What comments were made when Nathan Lyon's first ball obviously spun quite a long way?
There was no. Didn't really hear any comments, to be honest. I suppose if it seems, it spins, I guess. Nathan was pretty unlucky today, I thought. He bowled well. But yeah, there wasn't much spoken, to be honest. So.
Andrew?
We all thought after what Sri Lanka did in Melbourne that I guess it may have been a bit of fait accompli here that you'd run through, especially on such a deck and with 4 quicks. I mean, did they surprise you with how they went about it and batting so well for, I guess, 2 sessions?
No, it's no real surprise, I guess. It's Test cricket. They've got a great batting lineup. Jay Warner batted well, Thurman, he batted well as well. So they've got a quality lineup. So, you've got to expect there's going to be partnerships on a good wicket. I suppose we stuck at it well. Got wickets at the right times in the last 2 sessions. So that was good.
Jamie?
Managed to give Mike Hussey a couple of catches. What was it like, just the atmosphere and being on the ground with him today?
Yeah, it was good. The crowd getting behind Huss in his last Test match. He's got a good set of hands and bowled a couple of good dry overs there in the middle as well, which is good. I wouldn't be surprised if Huss comes out and hits 100 in the first innings or first or second innings. He's a champion, and I suppose it's sad to see him play his last Test match. So,
John?
Yeah, Jackson, you're on a hat-trick for about 15 seconds today. What goes through your mind when that happens? And it's a new part of the game, I guess, that you know that you've got a wicket, but it can be taken off you.
It's a little bit frustrating, but I suppose that's part and parcel of the DRS. I think it's good for the game, and it's a little bit frustrating though. I suppose got to celebrate and then got taken off me. So, but
you think he was out?
No, I didn't think it was out when I first when I bowled it. Well, when he gave it out. So.
Did you appeal?
I did, yeah. No, I thought it might have been swinging down. I didn't think it pitched outside, but I thought, if it had pitched in line, the call probably would have gone my way because it probably would have hit the stumps. It probably would have just a bit of the ball would have been hitting, but unfortunately, it pitched outside the leg stump. So.